I stand at my mother's grave in the heart of Brooklyn's Greenwood Cemetery. The autumn wind whipping through the ancient oaks like a whisper of forgotten promises. My fingers curl around the stem of a single red rose, thorns pricking my skin just enough to remind me I'm still alive amid this sea of stone and sorrow. The black suit I wear, tailored from the finest Italian wool. A piece from my private collection, clings to me like a second skin. But no one here would suspect its worth. That outfit looks so budget-friendly, Sophia murmurs, her voice carrying over the muffled sobs of distant mourners. Loud enough to sting. Guess it's all you can afford with that failing little app of yours. My teeth grind together. But I fix my gaze on the fresh headstone. Its marble surface etched with my mother's name, Eleanor Hayes. The New York skyline looms in the distance, a jagged reminder of the empire I've built in the shadows. Alex sidles up beside me, his expensive aftershave clashing with the earthy scent of damp soil. If you need a bailout for that hobby project of yours, just say the word. Not everyone's cut out for the tech world. A flash of memory hits me, Mother. Her hands steady on mine as she taught me to code on our old desktop when I was 10. They'll see your spark one day, Emily, she'd said, her eyes shining with quiet faith. Just keep building. But to them, it's always been Eleanor's little side gig. My father, Robert, declares to the cluster of black-clad relatives, his tone dripping with the condescension he saves for my every breath. Emily clings to it out of nostalgia. But we know it's just a pipe dream. Always the family letdown. My heart hammers like a glitch in a faulty algorithm. Rage bubbling beneath the surface I refuse to crack. Not here. Not now. Instead, I trace the seam of my suit jacket, feeling the subtle weave that hides a fortune, $15,000 worth. Designed under my alias. Worn by Silicon Valley elites. Last winter, I'd shown Mother my latest software launch in the secrecy of my real headquarters. Her frail hands had hovered over the demo screen, pride etching lines deeper into her face. You're destined for the stars, Emily, she'd whispered. For years, I've worn this mask, the struggling daughter tinkering with a modest app from Mother's old office space, while secretly commanding Harper Tech, a cybersecurity giant shielding Fortune 500 companies from digital threats. The duality kept them at bay, their greed, their claims, their endless demands. But Mother is gone now, her secrets buried with her. And the veil feels heavier than ever. I handle things just fine, I mutter to Alex, stepping back from his patronizing shadow. Robert clears his throat, commanding the group's attention like a boardroom tyrant. About that office space, I've lined up a realtor. Prime Brooklyn location for condos. The sale will float us all. Mother willed it to me, I reply, my voice a low tremor. It's not for sale. Their chuckles echo off the tombstones. Too cruel for this hallowed ground. Sophia pats my arm with feigned pity. Oh, Emily. Always so attached to that tiny setup. Dad knows best. It's worth way more than whatever you're scraping by on with your homemade code. Robert looms closer, his presence an old intimidation tactic honed from years of failed ventures. We'll hash it out tomorrow at my place. 2 p.m. sharp. Don't make this hard, Emily. The unspoken warning hangs in the air. They plan to strip away my last link to her, blind to the fortress I've erected around it. What they don't know could crash entire servers. Miss Harper, Victoria's voice slices through the tension. She waits by the path, keys in hand, her stance a silent guard. Your investor call starts in half an hour. Sophia sniffs. Still got Mom's old assistant hanging around? Cute. But I bet she's volunteering at this point. Victoria stays silent, her poise masking her role as my COO, overseeing ops across 8 countries. Her compensation would make Sophia's designer knockoffs look like thrift finds. Robert glances at his Rolex. Investor call about bug fixes. Huh. His joke lands like dead code. I should go prep for the real pitch with my Berlin team on the new AI Shield rollout. Slip back into my true world. But something snaps inside me. A decision crystallizing like flawless encryption. Victoria. Push the call. I need you tonight. Her eyebrow twitches, just surprise. No slip in her facade. Of course. Miss Harper. Consider it done. My family watches. Puzzled and patronizing. Seeing only the Emily they've always diminished. Tomorrow. They learn everything. I breathe to Victoria as they drift toward their luxury SUVs, vehicles financed on shaky credit and maxed lines. I linger at the grave. Rose in one hand. Victoria's steady grip in the other. A decade of hidden code. Of silent endurance. Teeters on revelation's edge. Mother foresaw this storm. She armed me for it. And now, I'll unleash it. That night, the Manhattan skyline twinkles from my penthouse perch. A digital constellation mirroring the networks I've woven. Grief sharpens into strategy up here. 50 stories removed from the raw ache of the cemetery. All files prepped as requested, Victoria says. Laying out dossiers on my sleek desk. Her salt and pepper bob catches the city glow as she aligns them with surgical care. I trace the embossed H logo before diving in. Lay it all out. She starts with Alex. SEC probe for insider trading on the Apex deal. Leverage to the hilt, 400% over assets. Conviction means at least 5 years. The folder spills bank records. Emails. A trail of his unraveling. How much to fight it? $750K for elite counsel to plead down to probation. I picture his smug offer at the grave. As if I were the one drowning. Next. Sophia, $12K monthly on that Upper East Side lease. Cards maxed at $350K in debt. One default from the streets. Photos capture her at galas. Fake smiles masking desperation. Jewels on loan. And Robert, Victoria pauses. Rare hesitation. Portfolio tanked post-Vanguard flop. Foreclosures on both properties. Risky loans stacking up. His advisor bailed last month. The thickest file, Hayes Digital Ventures. Surveys. Permits. Developer bids. He's eyed mom's office for flips for years, I say. Betrayal twisting like corrupted data. Ramped up after her diagnosis. My throat constricts, plotting while she faded. More, Victoria adds. Queuing emails. Siblings scheming post-funeral pressure tactics. Alex on mind games. Sophia playing the doting sister. Robert orchestrating. They've stalled your expansion permits via Sophia's City Hall buddy. I pace to the windows. The city pulsing below. Down there. They're likely toasting their imagined windfall from a modest office. Pull mother's letters. Victoria unlocks the safe. Producing a bound collection. I trace Eleanor's script. Her words a firewall against their poison. In her hospital bed weeks ago. She'd gripped my hand. They don't deserve your light. Emily. Keep it yours. I've hidden for too long, I murmur. Now it's my armor. The truth settles. I'm no longer the shielded daughter. I'm the guardian of her memory. Mom's office wasn't just space, it was our refuge from their venom. Victoria nods. Revealing E. Harper shifts the board permanently. Then map what they're up against. Robert needs 1.2 M in 45 days to dodge bankruptcy. Alex's trial in 2 months, without defense. Barred from finance forever. Sophia, 30 days from eviction. Credit in the gutter. I study their images, not monsters. But kin ensnared by hubris. Clinging to illusions as empires crumble. Their desperation makes them lethal, I observe. Appearances are all they have. Victoria concurs. Robert's patriarch act crumbles without the facade. Decision locks in. What assets do we deploy? E. Harper's full arsenal, legal. Media. Financial leverage. I dial Marcus Kane. Estate attorney. Marcus. Send mother's full docs. Now, as he affirms. I eye the sprawl of their financial ruins. We have it all? Ironclad trusts on the office. Complete intel. Resolve hardens. Tomorrow. We code their reckoning. Next morning. I arrive at the office 3 hours early. Dawn light filtering through the modest Brooklyn facade mother, and I crafted to hide the truth. A space designed for illusion, cozy front. But back into 40,000 square foot tech hub. Marcus waits inside. Portfolio in hand. His wire rims glinting. Emily, he hands an envelope. Eleanor's final directives. My hands shake as I read. Eyes widen. She left me the whole estate, not just the office. Sole executor. Amended post-diagnosis. You control all Hayes' assets. I collapse into a chair. The worn leather from Mother's era. They don't know. Robert assumes equal split. Him at the helm. Marcus adds intel. They met developers at dawn, plans to raise for luxury lofts. Docs predating her death. Fury surges, profiting on her pain. They set the meat at his turf. Power play. Classic tactic. I watch a passerby eye the app development sign. Oblivious to the servers humming below. Safeguarding billions in data. Shifted here. A knock. Victoria enters with an EH. Case. Berlin confirmed the AI launch. And the Nexus buyout closed yesterday. I arch a brow. The tech news Robert ignores. Victoria smirks. Biggest deal this quarter, $1.8 B. Your majority holder. Time to unveil E. Harper, Marcus urges. The pivot executes flawlessly. An hour later. The front stays humble. But the hub buzzes, coders at stations. Awards lining walls. Prototypes glowing. Victoria, they're early. Let them stew 5 minutes. Monitors show them in the lobby, Sophia sneering at a demo screen. Alex fidgeting. Robert claiming the room like conquered code. Clueless, Victoria mutters. Let's debug that. I push through the door. Thanks for coming. Follow me to my real office. Confusion ripples as I lead past the restricted sign into the hub. Gasps echo. Sophia's breath hitches. Alex stumbles. Robert halts. Miss Harper. Berlin needs sign-off on the encryption update, a dev calls. Tablet extended. Approve the quantum variant for Q4, I reply seamlessly. What the hell is this? Robert demands. I usher them to the conference room. City views sprawling. E. Harper Tech's NYC HQ, one of 10 globally. E. Harper. Sophia stares at the logo. Hand to mouth. You're her. I claim the head. I am. Alex snatches a doc. Revenue at $2 billion annually? Spot on. 45 offices. 6,500 staff. Robert slams a fist. Impossible. You've been fiddling with Mom's old app. No, I counter coolly. I've run a cybersecurity powerhouse I coded from scratch. The office was your decoy. I activate the screen, their docs, foreclosures. Probes. Debts. Faces pale. You've spied on us. Sophia accuses. Protected myself from this, from your grabs. Your belittling. Your credit grabs. Silence descends. Profound and unfamiliar. Victoria enters. Nexus papers. Miss Harper. I slide them over. Yesterday's overlooked news. My firm's $1.8 billion acquisition. Robert rallies, as your father. I deserved input. My guidance. You forfeited that, calling me a letdown at her grave. Dismissing my hobby. Marcus joins, estate docs. Mother named me sole executor. Marcus affirms. Bulletproof. Robert reddens. Outrageous. I'm the patriarch. Not anymore, I say softly. I'll aid you my way. Their eyes flicker. Desperation dawning. Salvation sits opposite. In a suit worth their debts. Do I lay terms now? or let the truth erode them first. 3 days post-reveal. The initial thrill of their shock fades to icy calculus in the boardroom. Sun slants across advisors' faces, detached and precise. Analyze every fallout, I command. Victoria at my side. Tablet aglow. This transcends emotion. Though doubt nags, did it ever? Legal slides folders, Robert's lease on a modest Queens condo, Alex's defense pact. Demanding SEC truth, Sophia's entry-level coder trainee gig at $20 per hour. Merit-based. They'll exploit mercy, Victoria warns. Hence the strings accountability. Finance flags taxes, PR plots leaks. Hours tick. Team syncing like flawless code. This is E. Harper's edge, not just tech, but the minds I've curated. Later. Victoria updates, Robert's lawyered up thrice to contest the will. Unshocking. Alex pitching Hayes Tech Dynasty to journos. Rewriting my story. Sophia teasing family empire reveal online. I stare at the skyline. Vast yet confined by their narrow greed. Prep PR contingencies. E. Harper stays drama-free. We dissect till dusk. Armor forged. A chime, Victoria's brow furrows. Tech Insider Post claims Robert masterminded E. Harper. You as puppet. Cold fury coils. The piece cites sources Sophia's circle sharing it. Beyond inheritance to my core. Escalation, Victoria agrees. Stakes soar, my rep. My build's at risk. Phase 2, I declare. Voice steel. Now. For days on. Legal finalizes in the sunlit room. Contracts hit vulnerabilities, I explain. Robert's home. Contingent on public credit to me. Alex's lawyer. Tied to confession. Sophia's job. No favors. Fair. Firm, legal nods. She'll hate bottom rung, Victoria says. She needs to earn it. Non-negotiable. But Victoria's phone buzzes. Robert's presser tomorrow, announcing family behind E. Harper. Blood drains. A decade's work threatened by his bluff. Force my hand. Calm surges. Advance to tonight. 7 p.m. Calls fly. Teams mobilize. Robert taught timing in business, I muse. Not his lesson. Though. Hours blur, docs refreshed. Security set. Evidence stacked. I evolve from dismissed daughter to unyielding CEO. Tonight. They meet E. Harper. Forged sands their shadow. Evening grips the conference room as Victor Nexus enters with Robert, the cybersecurity mogul whose firm I acquired last week. Meant for Tokyo. Not here allied against me. Blow lands hard. Emily, Robert intones. Dismissive as ever despite his crumbling estate. You know, Mr. Nexus. Victoria edges nearer. Loyalty palpable. Miss Harper, Nexus's accent cuts sharp. We must revisit acquisition terms. Gut twists this wild card unchecked. What's this? Voice steady. Pulse racing. Sophia slides a dossier. Nexus numbers, misrepresented projections. Alex leans in. Board might question your dual identities. Puzzle snaps, not office. Not will, straight to my empire's heart. One shot. Emily, Robert says. Board seats for Alex and me. Sophia as PR VP. Protecting you. Sophia's concern mocks. Shareholders need the truth. Nexus. Public discrepancies could tank the deal. Alex, SEC eyes your secrecy. Doubt flickers. They've upped ante beyond plans. To my foundation. Phone buzzes. Victoria's text. Contingency. I nod. Reply. Activate. She exits. They gloat in silence. You get it, Robert states. You're everything online. Thoughtful, I stall. Sophia smirks. Knew it big. Door opens. Victoria returns with Marcus and legal. Armed. Mr. Nexus, Marcus greets. Your pre-ac acknowledgement of my identity notarized. Nexus pales at his signature. Victoria cues audio. Play yesterday's call. Robert's 10% bribe for your backing. Robert stiffens. Recorded. Standard for deals, I say. Flagged anomalies. Legal distributes packs. Options. Contest paths. All countered. Marcus, or these terms for cooperation. Faces shift. Triumph to trap. My prep. Resources dwarf theirs. 1 hour, I say. Rising. My terms or 0. Leaving? Alex cracks. Victoria handles queries. At door, reject. And ties sever forever. To Nexus, deal holds sans interference. As I exit. Victoria's firm, no more talks. Final. Breath freeze. Stakes peak. Resolve matches. On return. Family fate seals. 10 minutes later. I stride back. Heels echoing authority. Silence greets me as board and staff line walls, witnesses to my rise. Their fall. Decided. Robert at window. Rigid pride. Sophia clutches phone. Alex paces. Fear etched. Insulting, Robert booms. I built this family. Gave you all. Laughter escapes bitter. You gave doubt. Mother gave faith. He invokes her. She'd want forgiveness. Loyalty. Strike hits. Old guilt stirs. Yield for peace? Then letters. She shielded me from you. I slide mother's bound words. Documented every slight. Every scheme. Alex, bluff. Page 12. Your plot to flip office for SEC fees. Sophia grabs. Victoria adds folder. My records 2 calls. Lease sabotage. Robert flushes. Irrelevant emotions. Relevant. Nexus enters Robert's ace. Now mine. Robert smirks. He sees stakes. Indeed, Nexus nods to me. Why I clarify. Robert bribed me to threaten. Room freezes. Absurd. Robert sputters. By sabotaging me, I add. Exposures fly. Alex's blame shifts. Sophia's PR grabs. Robert's pre-death bids. Board chair. Emily built alone. We vouch. This is business, I say. Slide folders. Sign or nothing. Atmosphere charges, not fleeting win. Eternal shift. Alex cracks. Signs amid grumbles. Defense for truth. Fortune's worth. Mine, I affirm. Sophia tears up. You don't need us? Never did. But offering chance. Handshakes. She signs trainee terms fair. Earned. Robert resists. Pride versus ruin. Honoring mother by humiliating me? Her choice, my rental or streets. Outnumbered. He signs trembling scrawl. Power dissolved. Weight lifts, decades, burden eases. Copies inbound, Marcus collects. That's it. Robert hollow. Terms clear, Robert. Access tomorrow, Alex. Contact Monday, Sophia. Orientation week. They exit. Shrunk by truth. Not revenge, I whisper to Victoria. Boundaries. Distinction vital, hurt versus protect. Secrecy no more, strength in truth. The Wall Street Journal screams. Tech Shadow Queen, Emily Hayes as E. Harper. 5 weeks post-funeral. 2 since shatter. Peace charts my code to command arc. Facade to force. Comments laud. Victoria, sales spiked 50%. Followers tripled. Processing visibility after shadows. Robert, settled in Queens. Volunteers at senior coding classes. Surprise, teaching basics he once mocked. Alex paid 1.5M restitution. Mentors ethics and tech. Sophia, nailed training. Revamped UI, promoted on merit. Hiding dissolved, truth reshapes bonds. Foundation docs ready, Hayes Innovate Fund for startups. Sign Swift. Spotlight to support. Hidden no more to Victoria. Beyond me now. 6 months on. I command the tech innovators gala stage in Mother's revamped vintage blouse, subtle tech weave nods. Lights empower. Honored to award Emerging Coder Prize, voice resonates. Contrast to Graves tremble stark. Robert nearby. Suit fitting his humbled frame. Nods, now guiding elders in adaptive apps. Alex reviews ethics talks. Sophia. In our entry line she shaped. Network spires, regional lead earned. Nexus thrives, education rolls. Mother's journals out. My forward, she hid to guard. Not dim. Sunday penthouse dinner, same seats. New dynamic. Hugh too strong, I pass dish. But funds rescues thrill, 4 founders saved. Victoria, Eleanor's nurture lives. Robert, her old laptop, display it? Museum spot ready. With code sketches. Sophia, scholarship idea for mother's name. Aiding student debts. Her shift real. From scorn to support. Alex, legal safeguards for them. Intelligence redeemed. At window. City glows year since burial. Family transformed. Success isn't control, I say. It's integrity built. Victoria toasts and lifts given. Lock it with mother's first code snippet warms. Legacy, not empires. But empowering dreams. Mother knew. Now. So do we.